So, I have the camera set up for doing like a dream log or something, but also like morning thoughts. I don't really have time to try to do a whole dream log explanation. I need to be somewhere. I'm just really frustrated with myself. Not really. Just I am frustrated with myself a little bit. It has to do with not really having a sleep pattern, just kind of winging it, you know. But that's always kind of how I've been with a lot of things. I only got like maybe 3 or 4 hours sleep last night. Worked a bunch. Not too much. Was helping a family member with some house renovations. New house. Not a new house, but a recent purchase. And come home and eat dinner, and I lay down, and I was just on the couch, curled up, probably somewhere between 10 or 11, 1 a.m. Slept for a couple hours. I get up, start watching YouTube, because all I do is watch YouTube. And then I watch YouTube until 4 in the morning. I want to wake up and kind of have this kind of thing going, because I have a lot of aspirations for filming myself getting thoughts out, because I think a lot, and I'm not much of a talker. I can be goofy with people, you know. But, you know, what goes on in here is mostly intense thought, or, you know, serious topics. And, you know, last night, I crawled in bed, and, you know, I said I watched YouTube till 4. You know, I laid here, and I looked at the clock at one point because I was frustrated. I couldn't go back to sleep. It was after 5 o'clock. You know, I laid here for over an hour. And I thought I was supposed to be tired, you know. But I was kind of like planning things out, you know. Where I was at was like where I was mentally at. I was thinking about, you know, vegan activism. Like, I'm feeling called. I don't know anybody in person, you know. That feels anywhere close to how I feel about this topic. I gotta gotta do something. I gotta say something. It just ain't right. And at the same time, I was thinking I could use my birthday as some sort of weird platform. Cause I've never really had a birthday since I was like a birthday party since I was like 3 years old. It's birthday's in a weird spot. I like it. But that's because I think celebrating holidays and birthdays is a little overrated. So it's 2 days after Christmas, so I've never really had much of a celebration other than with family. Just eating at home, stuff like that. And I was thinking about it, you know, I've been too passive with veganism so far. And I think this year I'm gonna tell my mom that I'm not gonna come dine. You know, I'm gonna run off somewhere else. That's how passionate I am about it. So I can't watch people that I love contribute to something that I'm trying to eliminate. Maybe not eliminate, but yeah, eliminate. There's no reason. There's no reason at this day and age that we should still be doing what we do to animals, breeding them into existence just to take their life away from them prematurely so we can cut them up and consume them when there's overabundance overabundance of things to eat. Yeah, so my birthday is 2 days after Christmas, December the 27th. Usually you'd have a little family dinner. Sometimes we'd have one for Christmas and my birthday, but that doesn't always work. Never has bothered me either way. And the last couple years, my mom's she was pretty sweet about it. Since I've been vegan. I think the first year she cooked me a big ol' thick cut of cauliflower and just baked it in the oven with a bunch of seasoning on it like a cauliflower steak. You know, it was tasty. I liked it. You know, I had sides. You know, it was, it's a good dinner. But at the same time, you know, everybody else was having, you know, like pork chops. So, how can you celebrate another year of my existence by consuming something that I wholeheartedly, down to my core, disagree with? You know, I didn't used to disagree with this, so it's a weird transition for other people to accept that I don't want to have anything to do with this animal exploitation. So I have a couple different ideas of what I can do about this, other than just not giving people a chance to gather around and celebrate my life. Which is what I'll be doing for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Reducing these sentient beings to nothing, to an inanimate object, something we consume, a number. Use these beings as a way to profit. Why should we profit off of the suffering of these sentient beings? They will suffer regardless of how you treat them. They're they don't have a choice. They're put in a cage. Sow, you know, pig mothers, as soon as they give birth to piglets, they're just put in this cage that they can't even turn around in. And there they can stand up or lay down while their piglets, you know, suckle some milk off them for however long they need to be there until they can be put in their own cage. And then the vicious cycle continues. The mother will have several litters before it is spent and is deemed non-profitable any longer, and then it will go to the slaughterhouse for a lower grade cut of meat. And all the other little piggies will be, I can't remember the exact number, 6 months or so, maybe a year old. And then loaded up and sent it to the slaughterhouse. Pigs are more intelligent than dogs, supposedly. Scientifically tested. That's what they say. supposedly have the intelligence of like a 3 or 4 year old. Anyway, I don't want to get into the animal agriculture, heinous things they do right now. I'll do that another time. The reason I'm talking is I don't want to contribute to the suffering, so I don't even want to sit at the table while people are contributing to the suffering. So I'm gonna be absent for holidays. It just makes sense, you know. It makes sense to me. I just need to be absent. I think it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This year, you know, I've kind of separated myself from the rat race a little bit. You know, I backed down from my job. I came home to my mom's. I've been doing some manual labor around the house, around two of my brother's houses. Not so much for one, but a little bit. And more to come on both of those. And more here. And right now it's in one of my aunt's houses. Doing renovations on other people's houses. I came here to help out with some stuff around the house, which is what I'm doing, and I don't know why I'm doing other people's houses, but also came here to work on my future tiny home. Regardless, I get myself caught up in these projects, and I will. I just haven't been working on my personal projects like this one and my tiny home on wheels and my solo music stuff. I still play with the band. It doesn't serve me. I get a little bit of joy from playing on stage. But the guys aren't vegan. And I'm not a drinker, and they all drink. It's gonna pay for my stage, pretty much. I don't spend my money from my gigs. It's all gonna go for the stage on the tiny home, on it. And drive my short school bus around and park it somewhere, put everything up on the roof and start jamming out. Sounds great, right? I know. When I first bought the bus, I had my cousin help me design and build a really sturdy frame, and that's been on there for over 2.5 years, I think. Yep. And that's been paid for by my music. Every gig I've played. And you know, I have a bunch more money for when I go buy, I want to use the composite decking because I don't want it to ever go bad. I don't want to ever have to replace it. Even though if I use lumber, it'd be a lot cheaper. It doesn't matter. I want it to be nice for a long time. So, keep getting off topic. I'm gonna be absent for holidays and stuff. And from my birthday, if you want to celebrate my life, you're gonna celebrate what my life is about. What my life is becoming about. There's only one all vegan restaurant that I know about in like a 50-mile radius or so. There might be another, I just don't know about it. It's a really nice place. What I was thinking is kind of making a post on social media stuff where, I never post because it's such a weird place for me, the social media terrain. I've never really liked it, but I see its potential, what you can do with it. I'm gonna tell people to come out if you want to celebrate my life. I've never had like a birthday party since I was like 3 years old. So maybe I invite everyone who knows me, everyone who thinks they know me, to this vegan restaurant to where there's no chance that they can exploit an animal in my name. I've, people from a couple different bands that I've played in, people from my past, maybe people who I've worked with, worked for. Come on out and check out this awesome place. I don't need this vegan restaurant to be a healthy, happy vegan. I prepare all my food myself. Usually just whole food, plant-based, just a bunch of fruits, vegetables, nuts. I'd like to eat some more beans, legumes and stuff. That's the best way to get good protein and, easy, cheapest way. But I just make big old hearty salads. That's all I need. I'm not going to go into how I make those right now. It's really simple but these places, they cook these meals, they use science, to do this, so it's going to be a lot easier. I'm going to restart this so it doesn't start on me. I won't even know. So yeah, these vegan restaurants, they got this stuff down, when I was talking about two options earlier, outside of just abstaining from being around people who eat meat, is prepare and cook all this vegan food for them for my birthday, because I don't know anybody else who knows would even begin to understand how to do it. I'd have to learn a whole bunch just to make it appeasing for people to want to try to eat, because I just eat salads. I can't, there's no way I'm going to get all my everyone who wants to come enjoy my life, because a lot of people have been like over the years have wanted to celebrate my birthday or whatever. I've had my band. We go out to dinner or something, maybe go to a movie or something, and it's always at the family. It's always just been dinner because I've never liked spending a whole bunch of money to celebrate me or whatever. So it's just been, dinner at the house with the family. But this isn't about that anymore. It's bigger than me. So I'm thinking, instead of trying to make food for a bunch of people, I invite as many people out as I can to this restaurant. It's called the Spiral Diner in Denton, Texas. It's a twist on American food, a vegan twist. So it's food that anybody will like. Food that anybody will like. Just doesn't exploit animals in the process. So that's the only difference. It's amazing food. I've only been there twice, but I was amazed with what I ate. Well, first time I went, I just got what they call a bunny bowl because I asked for something more whole foodsy because I don't need mock meats and imitations and stuff like that. I was trying to go for the healthiest thing, not the not the bunny bowl wasn't tasty, but it just wasn't filling enough. I had to have some. I think I ate something else when I was there. That was over. I feel like that was over a year ago when we did that. Last time I went there, I had a Jamaican jerk burger. It was amazingly tasty. No animals exploited. And a big old pineapple milkshake or something. It was so good. The milkshakes there are so good. I think I had maybe a peanut butter one the first time I was there. Peanut butter banana maybe? I don't know. Amazing. No animals exploited. No cow mothers strapped up to a machine getting their udders sucked while their babies drank formula so we could have their milk instead of their babies. I keep getting onto that. Sorry. So anyway, I want to go to this restaurant and invite as many people that will come out as possible, you know. Maybe just have my family around me at the table. If if the whole family will come out, they probably will. Experience the novelty of vegan. But I want to say some words in front of everyone I know. Or everyone who says they care about me. Who is willing and able to come celebrate. I'd like to say some words about veganism and how I want to be a vegan activist. I have to start somewhere. Why not? Why not, in a way, telling off my family and friends? In a positive way. I don't want to invite them out to dinner to a nice, expensive, fancy vegan restaurant and then say, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're evil, don't do this. That's not what I want to do. I want to tell them, there's this thing I'm really passionate about, and I'm glad you came to this restaurant for me because it's important to me that you don't exploit animals in the process of celebrating my life. And I want to fight for animals. I want to speak up for them because they cannot. There is nothing that they can say that will change anybody's mind. Because they can't say anything, really. A few animals can go, whoa, 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 whoa. Or, I love you. Which is super cute and adorable. I love it. But people don't hear animals or think animals can have an intelligent thought. When you sit and you look at an animal's eyes and they're just sitting there chilling, what do you think they're thinking? You think there's just nothing happening in there? Just absence? Or do you think there's someone in there just looking at the world like you are? Just kind of looking around, going, wow, there's all this stuff out there, and I'm just chilling here. You know, this is pretty nice. You look at your pet's eyes, that's probably what they're thinking. Whenever we're talking about the animals that are being exploited, you look at them and they're probably like, why am I here? Why? Why me? What did I do? They're probably thinking, what did I do to deserve this? I'm just eating grass, and this guy comes along and whips me with a stick. For what reason? What did I do? Or whenever it's time to harvest your animals, prod them along, getting them on trucks and stuff. They don't know what's going on. Some of them might get an idea about what's going on. Probably not right away. Maybe when they get to the slaughterhouse and they smell blood and fear. Because when animals are about to die, and they can tell they're about to die, they're releasing pheromones. It's the reason why they spray after they slaughter an animal. Not just because there's blood everywhere. Everywhere. They're spraying blood and pheromones down the drain. And guess what? That drain runs right by the truck where they're all sitting. It runs to the road, to the drain, and the truck's on the road with the trailer full of exploited animals waiting to be slaughtered, smelling their friend dripping by. Getting poked along. How would you like to be poked with a cattle prod? Not speaking English. What if you were in another country? What if you went to Asia? and somebody snatched you up like they snatch up dogs for the Yuland Dog Festival. Dog Meat Festival, sorry. Doesn't matter if they're a pet or anything, they'll just drive around and scoop up dogs and go cook them for a festival. What if there was a festival for humans? Where people snatched up people. They didn't speak your language. You get there, and strip off all your clothes and poke you with cattle prods through bars. There's nothing you can do to defend yourself. You might be able to grab a cattle prod. Well, they just let go and stand back. Maybe they'll get a longer cattle prod than what you got.